Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now today we are going to talk about something different that we usually talk on our channel. Now today I just wanted to ask you this question, like, between Luffy and Goku, which character do you think is the most well written? And I know this is kind of like a controversial episode of this series, but I would love to know, like, what do you think about this? Now, I know your straight up answer will be like, okay, Luffy is, like, I would say, the most well written protagonist between them. And I kind of like agree with that. Yeah, Luffy is kind of like well written, but that doesn't mean, or that doesn't necessarily mean that, like, One Piece is a good anime as well, and One Piece overall is a better anime than Dragon Ball Z, I would say. Now, there are several reasons. Yeah, I would say that, I may say that, like, Luffy is most well written than Goku. But in my opinion, I think that, Goku is not that much bad written himself. Like, when I talk about Goku's story as his origin, when you say in Dragon Ball, the first series that had it all, like the Dragon Ball series. But, when I talk about that, that was kind of like my favorite opening series that you'll ever see in an anime. Like, it shows like Goku's whole potential when he grew up, and that's what I love about him the most. Like, Goku never became this kind of guy, who was this much powerful from the starting. He built that over the years. He trained with Master Roshi and with Krillin being his sidekick. They trained more and more harder and everything, and then he became this guy in Dragon Ball Z as a full grown warrior. And then he became, like, gained Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. You know it, right? So Goku has always not been this kind of like powerful guy, but he became this much powerful eventually over the years. It was not sudden. So that's why, from being a normal guy with like Saiyan capabilities, with being a full grown warrior, I mean, it takes a lot of effort as well as so much power, to do anything that you want. So that's why I think Goku's story is, not as much bad written as well. Now, I know you will directly say that Luffy is kind of like, when you see Luffy's story, like, as his main protagonist, you will say that, okay, Luffy is also well written, I would say, and Luffy's story origin is kind of like very much amazing, like where he came from and what he wanted to become. He's like, become this kind of like guy who is like, one of the most well written character. Well, I won't deny that, yes, he's kind of like well written, but as compared to Goku. But as I told you before, well written doesn't mean necessarily that anime is the best. I would say, when I talk about One Piece, I would say most of the episodes in One Piece are like fillers. I would say there are like less episode which actually make some sense. But when you compare to Dragon Ball Z, like, most of the episodes are well written, and there is a purpose of those, like, episodes. And that's why I kind of like hate the One Piece, like, anime so much, is because the anime of One Piece is like continuing over the years so much. Like, there is less, like, information about some characters, but they put so much fillers over the years that the episodes did grow up to more than 1,000, which is kind of like unbelievable, to be honest. Like, who watches 1,000 episodes? I mean, it's been like uh, going on for so many years, and I'm glad that this is coming to an end. But Dragon Ball Z is just a different kind of anime. Everybody loves this, and that's why I think that this debate is kind of like not good. But overall, I think DBZ as a whole anime is much more better than One Piece, to be honest. And yeah.